Hello, my friends. Welcome back in. It's end of year 13, 14. That's what I'm planning. We'll see how it goes. It might be through 15, so it's actually not a 3-minute video. Let's go see if anyone has survived or gotten a job. Actually, before we go to that, it's not all the time, but like some people say like, oh, the experiment hasn't really worked. I don't think that's true. Now, do I think that Football Manager's managerial movements could be a little better? Yeah. But you also have to think in real life. Like, how often is it that someone at the very lowest level of managing a team, like, suddenly is managing the Champions League, right? Like, that's not as realistic, right? At least not that I'm aware of. Like, I don't know all of footballing history, to be fair. So, it's maybe it treats the potential ability of the managers different, but I don't think it's a failed experiment. We've definitely had, right? If you've seen the prior episodes, we've had people, spacemen go from winning the league in Poland to the Italian to Italy. What was it? He won the league, then he went to Poland as the manager, and then he went to Italy, and then he came back. So I think that's interesting. So I hope that you're still enjoying this. I'm not just trying to like extend the series just because, right? Like eventually we're going to get to a point where like somebody's in the same job for 7 years. I'm going to go like, okay, that's it. I've vacationed, I think up through year 20. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't want you to think I'm milking this. I do still find it quite interesting. And there's Greg Berhalter. And anyway, so let's go look. Nope. Pekka's, I'm surprised he's still around, but he's not got a job. This one still surprises me. I think I'm has he just burned some bridges, you think? Like he's got 5 really big clubs in Brazil and that's it? What about the national team? Come on, mate. Jakob is 16-20 with a 10.99. I think he's got a Continental Pro. He's worth a shout. Wouldn't if you were managing, would you sign him as your assistant manager? Or if you were a director of football at a whatever low-level club, wouldn't you? I would. All right, Spaceman's still with Legia Warsaw, my friends, and is there for another season. Did he get an extension? No, it's the original deal. The original deal, my friends. So let's go see what they did. They just won the league because Spaceman's pretty smart. He goes to teams that are going to win leagues. Yeah, pretty smart fella. Pretty smart fella. Okay, the manager. Okay. 61% win ratio, 78, 26, and 22. Won the championship group, as you do, and the FA Cup, and, well, the Super Cup, like, whatever. Do you guys care, like, in real life, do you care who wins, like, the Community Shield or the Super Cup or anything like that? I think it's kind of like, like, it's like a one-game competition, versus, like, winning the FA Cup, that's a long road. Winning obviously the league is a long road, so that's just my personal, but I kind of go like, does anybody really care about that? Let's look at the schedule. Roosh. Really? Okay, I was going to say, do I still have the pen? I do still have the pen, my friends. Some of you have no idea what we're talking about. MKS Honigzanka. Honigzanka? That doesn't sound right coming, and I've said it a bunch of times, but I bought this pen when we had the From Backpack to Boss save. I don't know if you can see that. Hello, focus on the pen. Yeah, I bought that on eBay. I was like, wow, this team has been like, they've been down here, right? Like, I recognize them to have. I mean, they're doing, but they're not even in the anyway. They apparently made a run, I guess, or something. That's odd. Okay, Champions League. Okay, Kuseki, Albanian. BATE, Borisov, Belarus. Atramitos, Greece. Yes. Wow. Talk about a flash in the pan. Kind of middling, second all the way to 5th. There's not a lot of teams apparently in the Super League, and then jumping up and winning the league and back down to 4th. That's because they're probably in the Champions League. Maccabi Tel Aviv, that we've seen before, man, they had quite the run, and then Benfica, This little team called Barcelona. You may have heard of them. And Borussia Dortmund. And then they got knocked out. That was it. That was their run. But they beat Lecce in the FA Cup quarterfinal. Arca in the semifinal. And the B team, Lecce 2? Really? Wait. What has happened here? This is the senior team. The second team. The second team. Unbelievable, my friends. Is that unbelievable to you? That's unbelievable to me. The second team, Lech Poznan 2, makes the FA Cup final when the senior team gets knocked out by Honig Sanka. There it is. Honig Sanka. Yeah. In the second round. Is this real life? The second team. That is hilarious. All the way to the final. You cannot be serious. I think that I'm not trying to extend the episode. I just think that's hilarious. I was like, wait, that says Lech 2 or Lech 2. Interesting. Transfers here. Okay, let's go back. He was hired 3/5/2029. We last saw July 2nd, 2030. So did anybody come in after that? Yes. Not Everton, Heverton. Anthony Richardson. I feel like I know that name, but it's a regen, so I shouldn't. 2.2 million, 3.5 million, 3.9 million, 4.7, 4.9, 2 million. My goodness. Buying from all over, my friends. And then on the flip side, players going out. 4.7, 3.42. I mean, it's not exactly even books. 22.5 versus 11 million. But that's interesting. And then thus far this season, a couple of frees. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would imagine that they are expected to win the league because that's kind of what they do. Go look at the past stages. 62 points. That's the league table. The championship group, 73 points. So they got 11 points after the fact in the remaining 7 games. Nobody was really close. That's what you get there, my friends. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. And Chris DeVos is still kicking around. I'm wondering if this ever improves. I just wish we don't even get a schedule. They're just there. They're just there. I'm just going to show you. Everyone else is gone. I cannot believe Derek Hansen is gone. I can understand Ryan Kendall-Bancroft and Andrew Clooney. I can even understand Locke a little bit, although that's kind of unfair because he, I think, did fair enough in the Hong Kong League to do something. But apparently not. Derek Hansen, I think, had really good attributes. That is a shock to me. So let's hop forward. We're at least going to do the end of year 14. It may be the end of year 15. It's more dread, to be honest. I'm just going to show you this screen. And we are all discovering together Spaceman Extreme. Did Derek Hansen die? I mean, he hasn't aged. Hey Chris, how you doing? Oh, Chris has improved. 3-3-2. He's a legend now. He's gonna get picked up. He'll be the Canadian national manager here before the end of the save. I can feel it. Spaceman Extreme has gone to Italy for 37.5K. Okay, they finished 10th last season. What is happening? When did he go? He went in January. Were they in trouble and he rescued them, or was Legia Warsaw not doing well? Let's go take a look at that. Okay, hold on. Let's just do it this way. This way. Head coach of the year, and then he leaves. He's like, I'm out. Got to the Euro Cup first knockout round. I'm a little like, what just happened? Okay. Let's look here because that happened in January. So we'll go back. He's just a world traveler. So he comes in after this game. They play a friendly. He comes right back in. Boom. Doesn't even book another friendly. He's like, nah, we're good. Keane is there. Interesting. So leading up to this, not very good. Let's just look at Syria. So he gets hired after this game. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not a good number. That's not a good, or no, 7, 6, and 6, because I had this highlighted, right? 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 6, and 6. Afterwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 6, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He traded one of the. Again, I don't know if that's the same number of games, but I think it is, though, right? 7, 6, and 6, and 6, 6, and 7. That's the same number. He traded a win for a loss. You could argue they're just not a very good team. I mean, like, not a very good team. Like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, it wasn't like he could come in and take the current squad and propel them up. They're expected to finish 6th this year by a wide margin. So failure to get in top 6 would be quite the failure. That is interesting, though. So they finished 10th. And now they're expected to jump up. We'll have to see if you can pull it off. That would be quite the difference in points. 51 points versus 67. Let's just look at the previous season. 6 was 65, 68, 68. 56, 58. I'd say 65 points to be clear, probably in 6th place. So that's an improvement of 15 points. So with that being said, are they gonna go buy a bunch of players, or did they buy a bunch of players? He came in January. He brings in Massimiliano Longo from Chievo. 1.9 million. Goalkeeper. Okay. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of money that's spent on a player that's not doing anything. They spent 107 million last year. Holy. This guy from Brighton for a lot of money. And did he do anything? Obviously, this wasn't Spaceman's buy. It's obviously his player now. 8 starts, 9 subs, 4 goals, 694. Okay, that's a lot of money to get that kind of a result. Nelson here. Okay, 33 starts, 3 goals, 7 assists on a 7.0. So he actually played, right? Like, yay, good. That's just a lot of money. And then, but 93 million out, right? So I wonder if they were related. Like, hey, we bought this guy and who is attacking-ish option. And did they, right winger, they sell a right winger. I don't know if that, you know, I guess he could play on the right. So I guess technically they balanced the books. Thus far this season, 4.5 million out. Getting some frees. So this is a big year. Can he get to 6th? Can he get to 6th? Look at the 20, 16, 14, 13. Oh, I'm loving the movement. This is the dream for this experiment, right? Like, what was it? Łódź, Piast, Poland, Parma, Cesena, Legia Warsaw, and back to Empoli. So he's like hop back and forth with Italy, which I think is awesome. Like he'll end up being, instead of Derek Hensley, the Italian national manager, which would be kind of sad, actually. Up until January, look at that. Look at that business, my friends. Okay, I'm just making sure I got my dates right here. So he leaves after this game. Okay, in the Euros with Schalke, Grasshoppers, which is from Switzerland. Achmet. Okay. Pretty good champions. Flora. Look at that. 8-0. 7-0 over Sheriff Tiraspol. Is that what it is? Sheriff Tiraspol? Yes, I'm learning, people. I know you're excited. Knocked out by Partizan on a 3-2 aggregate score line. And then gets past a Dynamo Tbilisi. Look at me, my friends. On a 5-1 aggregate score line to get into the Euro group stage. Nice. And then after he was gone, I guess they got knocked out by Morense. But new manager came in. I mean, had they lost? They lost one league game to Cracovia and one to Lech. And that's it. So 2 losses, and then new manager comes in, only has 1 loss. And again, they finished strong. But they're the strongest team, so I'm not trying to take anything away. But Spaceman ends up 62% win ratio, 102, 33, and 28. Not bad. Not bad if you ask me. And then I don't think he'll have anything for... I mean, it'll show his record. I did the 6, 7, and 8. Maybe I miscounted. Or maybe it's counting the friendlies or whatever. 28% win ratio is not going to get done. 44% for the previous sacked manager. 50%. 30%. Okay, last guy who left on his own accord was 50%. So if you can get to 50%, you'll be doing all right. But we're not there just yet, my friends. Let's see if he can pull it off. But that's the end of year 14. So we are, my friends, going to go to the end of year 15. That'll be the end of this episode, and we'll see how things turn out. I'm really hoping one of these guys can get a job. Come on. All right, my friends. We're just going to do it together. There's no need. This is how I go straight to it. Yes! Mateus is back! Oh, Pekka, you're gone. I'm sorry. I just noticed that. I think Derek died. Did Derek die? He's not aged. Pekka is just gone. Pekka never existed. He's disappeared into the ether. Oh, that is tragic. Okay, let's go here first. New stuff first. Chapecoense. That's the logo, right? Okay, hold on. Okay, end of last year, 1-year deal, $9,000 a week. Bonuses for getting in the winning the Brazilian Cup and the Copa Sudamericana. Okay, easy, lads, easy. Oh, it's the state championship. Okay. Oh, that's why they got relegated. It is Chapecoense, right? No, it's Coritiba. I'm sorry. I saw the green and the star. I'm not crazy. Hold on. Someone is judging me right now, and I will not stand for it. I guess the CTV would make sense for Chapecoense. You know, you got green, there's 4 stars. It's similar. Give me a break. Okay, this year, expected to win the league, 3-2 odds. Okay, so yeah, pretty good expectations. Currently winning the league with a game in hand. Nice. These teams could be at 28, so if they could win that game, they'd be 4 points clear, which would be delicious. I'm going to forget something. It's been a while. It's been okay. Current record. 73% win ratio. My goodness, 22, 3, and 5. I know it's not a huge sample size, but still. And for a team, right? Like, it looks like in present day, they've done all right, but just got relegated in real life, would be my guess. I'm not sure. I can't remember if the 2018 result is FM or real life, but the coming back up, bouncing back up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, staying up, down. So, you know, to come in, like, they've not had a long stay in the second division as of late, but they have. I mean, that's kind of a big drop to go from ninth to get relegated to go straight to 5th and then 7th, kind of rebuilding maybe. But then they've gone down. But he's doing a good job this far. Okay, came in at the end of last year. Okay, let's just check after. I guess it was, so didn't bring anybody in at the end of the year. Okay, 250, 2.4, 825, 500, 145, 61, 6.25 million, 300K. Wowzers. Got a loan from one of his former clubs. So they spent 10.75, but they sent out 22.5. Wow. And that's like not in one player. That's spread out. So curious. I'm just looking back. 14. They spent like they sold, what was that? 11.75 million more than they brought in. Previous season, quite the opposite. Previous season is about even. Okay, sold more there, but still relatively small amounts. That's a pretty big difference. So obviously you've gone down a level, so hopefully you don't have to go spend as much money, but it'll be big to see, can you get them promoted? And if so, can they have the squad that will keep them promoted? That's kind of the next challenge, methinks. Only one loss, but they're not alone in that, so it's not like they're skating away with it just yet. I want to see how close it was when they got relegated. 5 points. So that it's 26 points is pretty bad, right? In comparison to 38, but 33 versus 38 is not bad, especially when you've got a better goal differential. So they weren't terrible. They just, in those bottom four. So can the STP or SPT also got relegated is down here in 9th. Now, to be fair, it's pretty close between 4th and 10th. That's pretty crazy. So we'll have to see how that turns out, but I'm just come on, son. I'm just glad he's back in the mix. Chance to prove himself by the end of the year. Now that'll be interesting to see. Will they extend him if he doesn't get them promoted? I'm guessing it's like get promoted or you're out, I guess. But if they're close, that will be interesting. I can't remember. Is it straight up? Do all 4 teams go straight up? Yes. Wow, that is crazy talk. So you got to be in the top 4. So if you end up in 3rd, but you go up, does anybody really care? Let me know in the comments. I was going to click off that, but I've already shown you this. So let's go see what Spaceman's up to. Still there. Good till 2035. Contract extension in December after we recorded not last episode. But at the end of between the end of year 14 and 15, if I could spit things out, that'd be great. But a tasty extension, so he must have done something right. Okay, 4th, expected 6th. That will definitely get you an extension. Good. 48% win ratio. Questionable. 30, 13, and 19 is about where the sacked managers have been. Makes me a little nervous. Not gonna lie. Makes me nervous. Let's see how close it was. Let's go to the stages here. 72. I mean, that's solidly 5 points, but that's solidly a jump over 6th. Pretty far off the Champions League spots, as you might expect with Juventus, Roma, and Inter. But Napoli's fallen off a little bit. Where's Roma's up there? Okay. But that's an overperformance in my eyes. They went from 10th to 4th in one season. Gotta be happy with that. What are they expecting to do this season? That's kind of the next important part. Back to 6th. Will the board be okay with that? Is it essentially like just stay in, the continental competitions and we'll be good? Is that what it's about? Take a look at the schedule. Okay, got past Fiorentina, not Florentina, Fiorentina in the Italian Cup 4th qualification round. Sampdoria beat them in the 1st round. Not ideal, you could say. But, it looks like they hit a pretty bad stretch here, right? So they could have finished potentially even better because the first part of the season was lights out. 1, 2, 3, 4 losses, 3 draws in the West. The West wins. The rest are wins. And then not the case in the second half. Now they did recover. That was a pretty good recovery there. These are against these two finished top. They got a draw with Inter. You'd like to have seen some of these results go a little different. They were close, right? Juventus, they won the league, right? So 2-0, whatever. But drawing with Roma, losing by a goal to Sampdoria and Lazio, Not ideal. Okay, they're in they're in the Euros, but we don't know against who. All right. I'm sure there's something I've forgotten. That's okay. Leave me a comment if that's the case. We will eventually get back to here. I just want to check out Chris. Oh, he pulled that tactical knowledge up from a 2 to a 3. He's only been there 15 years. And it's taken that long. All right, my friends, let me know what you think happened to Derek Hansen. Was it tragic? Did something happen on the Italian coast? Do you think Jakob is going to face the same fate as the rest of the white labeled names up there? And what dimension do you think Pekka is in? Because he has no age. I guess I should note that these guys don't have ages either. Well, then why is it just that it kept his history? I'm very confused by all of this. Come on, Jakob. I believe in you, man. But this is good. Mateus and Spaceman still plugging along. Next episode will probably be another 3, 16, 17, 18. Unless something tragic happens. We'll find out. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. We'll see you then. Have a good one.